Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's sparking a lot of interest: the cost of starting fish farming. It's an exciting venture, and understanding the financial landscape is key to setting yourself up for success. So let's break down what you can expect to invest. When you're considering fish farming, the first major area of expenditure is land and water resources. The size of your operation will dictate your needs here. For a smaller hobbyist setup, you might be able to utilize existing ponds or even large tanks on your property. However, for a commercial venture, you'll likely need to acquire land. Prices vary dramatically based on location, accessibility, and zoning regulations. Think about proximity to markets, water sources, and infrastructure like roads. If you're looking at purchasing land, this can be a significant upfront cost. Alternatively, leasing land can reduce the initial capital outlay, but it's a recurring expense. Beyond the land itself, you need to consider the water source. Is there a reliable, clean source of water available? This could be a natural spring, a well, a river, or municipal water. If you need to drill a well, that's an investment in drilling costs, pump installation, and potentially water treatment systems. The quality of your water is paramount. It directly impacts the health and growth of your fish. Testing your water for pH, dissolved oxygen, ammonia, and other parameters is crucial and might involve initial and ongoing lab fees. Next up is infrastructure and equipment. This is where the actual farming happens. The type of system you choose will heavily influence these costs. Let's start with pond construction or tank purchase. If you're building ponds, you'll need earth-moving equipment, liners if necessary, and potentially aeration systems. The cost here depends on the size and depth of the ponds, as well as the soil type. For tank-based systems like aquaponics or recirculating aquaculture systems, RAS, you'll be looking at the cost of tanks themselves. These can range from relatively inexpensive plastic tanks to more robust fiberglass or concrete structures. The size and material of the tanks will determine their price. Water management systems are also vital. This includes pumps to circulate water, filters to remove waste, and aeration equipment to ensure adequate oxygen levels. The complexity and scale of your system will determine the number and type of pumps and filters you need. For RAS, the filtration system is particularly sophisticated and can represent a substantial investment. Aeration can be achieved through paddle wheels, diffusers, or surface aerators, each with its own cost and energy consumption. Feeding systems are another consideration. While you can manually feed your fish, automated feeders can save time and ensure consistent feeding, especially for larger operations. These range from simple timers to more advanced systems that monitor fish behavior. Harvesting equipment will also be necessary. This might include nets of various sizes, seines, or even specialized harvesting machines, depending on your scale. Then there's the stocking material, which refers to the fish themselves. You'll need to purchase fingerlings or juveniles from reputable hatcheries. The cost per fingerling varies depending on the species, size, and the hatchery's reputation. It's important to buy from sources that guarantee healthy, disease-free stock. The number of fish you intend to raise will directly impact this cost. Feed is arguably the largest ongoing operational cost in fish farming. The type of feed, its quality, and the quantity required will depend on the species of fish, their growth stage, and the stocking density. High-quality feed is essential for optimal growth and health, but it can be expensive. You'll need to budget for feed for the entire grow-out period. Energy costs are also a significant factor, especially for systems that rely heavily on pumps, aerators, and heaters or chillers. The price of electricity or other energy sources in your region will play a big role. It's worth exploring energy-efficient equipment and potentially renewable energy sources like solar power to mitigate these costs in the long run. Labor is another crucial element. Depending on the size of your operation, you might need to hire staff for daily tasks like feeding, monitoring water quality, and harvesting. Even for smaller operations, your own time is a valuable resource that needs to be factored in. Health and disease management requires investment. This includes purchasing water testing kits, potential medications, and consulting with aquatic veterinarians or specialists. Preventing diseases is always more cost-effective than treating them, so investing in good biosecurity measures and regular monitoring is wise. Permits and licenses are often overlooked, but are essential. Depending on your location and the scale of your operation, you may need permits for water usage, waste discharge, and operating a business. These can involve application fees and ongoing compliance costs. Marketing and sales are also part of the overall cost. If you're selling your fish directly to consumers or restaurants, you'll need to consider packaging, transportation, and any marketing materials. Let's try to put some rough numbers to this, keeping in mind these are highly variable. For a small-scale hobbyist setup using tanks or a small pond, your initial investment might range from $500 to $5,000. This could cover a few tanks, a basic filtration system, a small pump, initial feed, and a small batch of fingerlings. A medium-sized commercial operation, perhaps with a few larger ponds or a more sophisticated tank system, could see initial costs ranging from $10,000 to $50,000. This would include more substantial infrastructure, better quality equipment, a larger stock of fish, and a more robust feed supply. For a large-scale commercial farm with multiple ponds, advanced RAS, or significant land acquisition, the investment can easily run into the hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. This level of investment typically involves detailed business plans, feasibility studies, and often external financing. It's also important to consider contingency funds. Unexpected issues can arise, such as equipment malfunctions, disease outbreaks, or market fluctuations. Having a buffer of 10 to 20% of your projected startup costs can be invaluable. When you're planning your budget, it's helpful to categorize your expenses into startup costs, one-time investments like land, infrastructure, and major equipment, and operational costs, recurring expenses like feed, energy, labor, and maintenance. To get a more precise understanding for your specific situation, I highly recommend doing thorough research on local suppliers, equipment manufacturers, and consulting with experienced fish farmers in your area. Many agricultural extension offices or aquaculture associations offer resources and guidance that can be incredibly beneficial. Starting a fish farm is a journey that requires careful planning and a realistic understanding of the financial commitment. By breaking down the costs and doing your homework, you can build a solid foundation for a successful and rewarding venture. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this detailed look at the costs involved in starting fish farming has been helpful. If you found this information valuable, please consider following for more insights into sustainable agriculture and entrepreneurship.